Hello everyone, welcome to my podcast, The Art of Success, episode number 8. Today I have thoughts to share about an insight of 5 highly competitive and effective business leaders about how they think and execute their ideas. Elon Musk says, the CEO of Tesla Motors and SpaceX says, if something is more important enough or you believe something is important enough, even if you are scared, you will keep going. Yes, success comes when you strive and when you thrive, even though if you fail multiple times. If your idea makes someone scary, then go for it. Because success matters, happiness matters, freedom matters. This episode is about analysis of 5 business leaders and entrepreneurs globally about how they think and execute ideas. They are the world changer and achieved monumental success in their journey. You will get insight in these episodes about their strategy, strength, relation, principles, and execution that creates a massive success in their life. Taking action is only way you can make it happen, whether whatever dreams and ideas you have got in your mind. Let's talk about the Elon Musk. Elon Musk is one of the successful entrepreneurs in our generation. He lives in California and his current net worth is 13.4 billion US dollars. He was born in South Africa. He started his career by founding X.com. Later it became PayPal. He founded SpaceX with the intention of building spacecraft for commercial space travel. He failed many times sending rockets, but he was able to make it. Another companies are Tesla Motors, Neuralink, The Boring, OpenAI, and he is a chairman of Solar City company as well. What we can learn from his life is dream big and execute it. Simple. Musk has a clarity in goals and he has a profound ability to monetize by starting up unique and bold ideas. He was very much interested in technology area when he was young and taught himself programming. He used to read books since he was young. As we know, readers are leaders. Most successful entrepreneur and people, they always encourage to read books because we can find a lot of resource ideas from the books. One of the golden rule of Musk was work insanely to your dream. He was unstoppable and spontaneous. We can learn many things about entrepreneurs from Musk. Let's talk about some of the principles he has used to be successful entrepreneurs. One of the principles he always follow is being gritty. He believes being imperfect and always seeking possibility in solving problem. Musk always make tough decision and he knows that in long run it is better for success. So no matter how many times you fail, if you keep going, moving forward, one day definitely we can achieve our dream and goal. Now let's talk about Richard Branson. Richard Branson's current net worth is 5.1 billion. He never completed his formal education and dropped out of it at the age of 16. He was suffering from dyslexia and he was told by his teacher that he is going to be in jail or he will be a successful business leader. But he was so focused that he became billionaire, a business leader. He was born in England and now today he owns Virgin Group that control 400 companies. He started his career by starting student magazine. He was so hardworking when he started his first business. He created Branson Empire by publishing magazine, selling records, making records. By virtue of hard working and business mindset, he was able to create airline company and mobile company in different countries around the world. He strongly believes that you can achieve anything if you dream and execute strategically. Richard is a strong believer in constantly seeking business opportunities and trying to solve problems. Always learn from mistake and make your life better. Branson is a strong believer in education from the school. He says you don't learn to work by following rules. You learn by doing and failing over. When when started his business life as a magazine producer, he never had a journalism experience and had no degree. If you wait until you get perfect, you won't be able to make it. Branson believes that by doing fast and failing is the best way to learn and acquire experience. The more you do, the more experience you gain. Being unique and trying to solve the problem in different way is one of his brand. You are certainly gain the attention's enormous amount of publicity if you do in your unique way. When you look at his life, he's just dropout student, but the accomplishment he made is huge and impactful to the world. He expanded his small business to giant business empire by working hard and looking for expansion. All of his works are served and improved for the society. Now let's talk about the Jack Ma. The Jack Ma is a Chinese entrepreneur whose net worth is like $28.6 billion. He was born in 1964 and didn't see his computer until he's 33. That didn't stop for being successful online entrepreneur. He was a successful business called Alibaba and one of the richest men in China. Jack Ma strongly believes perseverance is the key to the success. He had overcome a lot of difficulties, but he didn't stop him become successful business leaders in the world. He was so determined to learn English language because he knew how important that skill was to his success. Ma was so committed that he enrolled in business school to improve his knowledge and his skills for business career. He was rejected by Harvard University and many other institutes. He never gave up and constantly seeking for an opportunity. Jack Ma started from the scratch with no money, no English, no computer knowledge, no experience. He has proven that we can create success whatever background we are from. We don't need to have experience. We just keep going. He was successful because of his willingness to work with his team. He has a strong sense of strength to move forward. Now let's talk about the Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is one of the world's richest women, um, having a net worth of 3 billion. One of the most fascinating thought of her is making other lives better. She influenced millions of people by her talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show. Oprah has her own cable channel called OWN, Oprah Winfrey Network, and magazine called O, to expand her influences. At the beginning of her career, she had overcome so many obstacles like racial discrimination, gender inequity, and poverty, so many others, but that didn't stop her moving forward. One of the interesting stories in her book club, in which her intention is to help other people succeed. Oprah says, books were my personal freedom. And Oprah says again, I learned to read at the age of 3. You see, readers are readers. Oprah's success comes from motivating other people for their success. She believes in focusing internal factors like improving internal self. She focuses on self-care, self-esteem, and self-worth that are significant assets for running our life and a business. Knowing yourself and believing your strong strength affects your daily actions. Success comes in our life if you look for infinite possibilities with conscious mind. Don't sit around awaiting and hoping for something to happen for the success. Take action. Continuous takes opportunity to solve the problem. You need to become self-advocate for your fortune and success. Oprah says again, the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of dreams. She believes in practicing meditation, which improves your health, create an attitude of peace at the beginning of the day. Research on neuroscience and brain has shown that by daily practicing gratitude and meditation can improve emotional intelligence, the well-being of self. Oprah says her success has been through the process of continuous practicing meditation. She has a philosophy of turning wound to wisdom. Embracing the pain and suffer can lead to the path of optimal experience of success. She had faced a lot of challenges in her life. Her childhood was in poverty stage, growing up poor in Mississippi. She was sexually abused as a child and she became pregnant at a young teenager. Having those problems, she never gave up in her life. Instead, she found a way to become strong. In our life, everything happens for the reason. It's up to us how we can become better version of ourselves. Oprah believes that to be successful entrepreneur, you need to take action strategically. You need to take risks, calculated risks. Your success is from internal factors, which comes to the external factors too. Now let's talk about Larry Page. We know about the Larry Page, and we know more about Google than Larry Page. Most of the people don't know the founder of Google, inventor of Google. He is one of the Larry Page. He is one of the successful entrepreneur by founding, inventing search engine called Google, and his company is Google Inc. It is very common that we use as a verb to Google something or Google it. Larry Page was born in 1973 in US and he was able to create a revolutionary search engine called Google Inc. that allows billions of people to search anything on it in any topic. Larry says basically our goal is to organize the world informations and to make it universally accessible and useful. The Google's invention has its own significance in such a way that Larry understood to bring all the links on the single web. He created Google with founder Sergey Brin, who was equally fascinated about the project. Larry's childhood was fascinated by computers since his parents were computer expert and lecturer at the university. Page went to study computer science at the university. He did PhD thesis at Stanford University on the topic of World Wide Web. One of the fascinating success happens to him is by partnering with Sergey Brin. They were both analytically proactive and both aware of IT. One of the advice given by Larry is you need to be independent thinkers, but when it comes to the project or experimenting, everyone should come to be in the same page, in the same direction. Page is very good at reading people's mind. He says, my job as a leader is to make sure everybody in the company has a great opportunities and that they feel they are having a meaningful impact and are contributing to the good cause of society. He strongly emphasized to the success in company is an idea. Ideas have no respect for age or experience. Examine the idea, not the person who suggests to you. In technology, there should be exponential changes, not a linear one. He believes that you should accept audacious idea and let it run. Even Larry had a uh, childhood experience with idle parents and idle childhood. But creating this Google company, he had to go a lot of challenges. He encouraged everyone not to give up. One day, the success will come because being successful is not only accumulating money, being successful is being joyful, blissful, whatever you create, whatever you provide a service, whatever you do for the people. People think success is only relevant to money because success is not only relevant to money only, it is relevant to being well-being, mentally, physically, spiritually. We all need these three components to be happy and to be successful. So these five leaders I share my thoughts, I research on them, and I think this five leaders have given to you guys opportunity to understand the insight how they think and how they pursue their career and how they become successful. I'm very inspired by them. I'm very inspired by them. Uh, these five leaders. There are other leaders too, but specifically on business section, I'm inspired by those, because success for me is not only physical things, it's everything else, so having idea and how to strategically execute. So today I talk about five leaders. So thank you guys. Next time I will be in different topic. Thank you. Bye.